Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nico and I am a full-time nurse and a full-time eBay reseller. So I have been, working a lot this week. We have a vacation coming up Monday and we're going to Michigan and Canada and we're taking 2 full weeks off, so I cannot wait. But I also am type A about trying to get my listings up so that when I'm gone, I will have things being listed every day. So I want to try to get a bunch of stuff scheduled. This is a new job for me, so I do not have 2 weeks off as far as paid vacation. And plus, I just want the money from my business anyway. Even if I had 2 weeks paid vacation, I would still be working just as hard to make sure I got my listings up. But the fact that I don't makes it even more necessary. So this week I've worked 32 of my hours at the nursing home. I'm still pretty flexible because I'm still doing paperwork and training and videos and, following other nurses trying to kind of learn the job. So I'm working kind of odd hours. As soon as my nursing license comes back in, I will be working 3 12s a week. And it'll be a very set schedule a month ahead. It'll be pretty simple. Right now, I'm kind of choosing my own hours. So we have a meeting tomorrow, and so I chose to save about 8 hours for tomorrow. So I got off about 2 o'clock. I did go take a nap because I knew that I had a lot to accomplish, and I wanted to be, ready to go. And I was pretty tired from only getting about 4.5 hours sleep the night before. I don't really normally do this. The plan is, and it always has been when I've worked full-time as a nurse before, plus had the business, that on my days off, I schedule out my listings. And so on the days that I work a 12-hour shift, the only task that I let myself do, other than coming home, repacking my lunch, spending time with my family, is to ship. I get my shipping ready. And sorry guys, I've had my hair up all day. Like as a nurse, I've got to have it up. So then when I take it down, it looks horrible. But that's okay. So I have 6 orders going out. That's all, but they're very good ones. This is the goal. I really would be content if I never had more than 10 orders a day. But to do that and make the income that I want, so that in case I just all of a sudden decide, I can't do nursing anymore. Nursing's a very stressful career. Those of you who don't do it, I'm sure you've had a stressful career too at some level, but the demands of nursing are why so many nurses quit. This is a very nice job, and it's not near as demanding. It certainly is not demanding physically. Mentally, you're still making a lot of decisions, and, with eBay, you can get your routine down, and there, other people are telling you what to do, namely your patients. You don't get to decide what happens. So it's a little bit more kind of throw yourself in every day and see who needs what. And that's just how nursing is, no matter where you ever have worked. And I love it for that reason. I always come home feeling like I really did a really good job, met some needs, helped some people. So it makes me feel good that way, but it is crazy no matter how you look at it. And how many more years I want to do it, I don't know. So I always want to have this business to fall back on and to do full time. So the 6 orders I have make me very happy. It's 6 orders for $467.06. So let me write this down. $467.06. The subtotal on that is $323.60, and then plus shipping, because I have one pretty big item to ship, and I'll show you what that is. So I took my nap. I slept maybe an hour. I didn't want to sleep too long because I have to be to work by 6 in the morning again. And I'm only working 8 hours, which honestly for a nursing shift is not that much. So I just didn't want to be unable to fall asleep tonight. So I just took just enough of a nap to make sure that I could get all these photos and everything done that I needed to do. I really wouldn't be working quite so hard every day. I'd be consistently getting 10 listings up every day right now, other than for this vacation. So it's really nothing to do with the job that is forcing me to work so hard. I want a really nice 2-week paid vacation, and because my job isn't going to pay for it, eBay has to pay for it. So that's a pretty tall order when you're taking 2 weeks off and going all the way to Canada. We're staying in Canada. Hotels are not cheap. We're taking our dog with us. So I have a lot to earn in the next few weeks to make sure that I am paying as close to cash as humanly possible. So I am going to go ahead and tell you what we sold here today. So actually I have 2 really good orders, and then the rest don't hurt my feelings any. So this is something that was my son's, so we will split this. This is, no, this isn't my lowest order. This is an item that we've had a while. This is a plush hamster in here. He's all packed and ready to go, but he is just a stuffed animal. He's a hamster. We've had him for a while. He does have his tags. My son goes through the plush. He enjoys doing it when he's not doing his Amazon business. So he brings me all this plush, and he tries to aim for 20 or above, but once in a while it doesn't happen. So this hamster is an Amuse brand, and he's 13.5 inches, and we just decided that we'd had him long enough, so we went ahead and took $14 plus shipping, so $25.73. This sold with promoted listings, but no other coupons. And I have to remember to change my date till tomorrow. So my husband is, he has to pick up a lot of tasks. You know, maybe some people can do this alone, and they can work 40 hours at their regular job and then do a bunch of hours on eBay. My husband picks up, I would say, about 10 hours of slack for me every week so that I can do both. So today he got the groceries out of town. He got the oil change because our trip's coming up. He took my mail, and he took a bag of consignment clothing for me to the consignment store where I get a lot of money in cash, and then I also spend that money to get some of the nicer eBay stuff I do. So he probably had 2 hours worth of things on his day off that he ran around and did, plus drive time. So that's how we do this. I don't like to make people think that it's just me doing it all, because then you're waking up stressed wondering why I can do it and someone else can't. And you have to either have a partner on board, or you have to just give up something else. And, you know, we're very active in our church. My husband's a pastor. If I gave up being there on Sundays so much, if I gave up some other things, I could do it by myself. But to be at church, go see my family a lot, you know, do the nursing job and do eBay, there just is no way without delegating out. So please know that I don't even recommend this. It's just that, you know, we have some certain goals we have to meet. We lost some time in our life from saving like we should have for retirement, just due to some, you know, life happened to us. And so now we really, really enjoy working anyway, thankfully, because if we didn't, this would be rough. So thankfully, we really enjoy working anyway. And my husband and then my virtual assistant do pick up a decent amount of the slack on the business. So this, like I said, is a hamster. He's going to Westminster, California, which is really close, so that makes it cheap. I charged $10.50, and this is going out, no, tomorrow is Thursday. I almost made it Friday. So thankfully my settings have changed for the night because it's 10:41. So my settings have changed, and it does say Thursday. And so it's only going to cost $7.85. So after I took my nap, I came back, and my son has given me about 130 items to consign to me. So that means we split them down the middle. So he does, if you've listened to my channel before, this is boring, but he does the spreadsheet. He finds them, he pays for them, he does the spreadsheet, then he gives it to me, and I earn my half by taking the photos, giving it to my virtual assistant. Then I have to pack it, I have to ship it, and kind of keep track of the paperwork. And then he does a little part of the paperwork too. He updates the spreadsheet. I do the calculations of whatever check I write him, and then he kind of double checks it and does the spreadsheet, because he does full-time Amazon, but he does not have a job on the side. That's why he likes the eBay money coming in. That's his kind of second job. And for me, you know, I already have my own eBay business plus nursing, so I have to be careful how much of his stuff or how long his stuff takes. Actually, his stuff is a lifesaver right now, because this week it would have been difficult for me to fit in sourcing on top of it. So this is a blessing to have 130 items that he gave me. A lot of them are $75, $100 items. I'll be doing a haul on those before I go for my trip. I sure hope. I have no room on my floor. Let me see what you're seeing. I'm afraid. Okay, so, well, it doesn't look as trashed as it really is. The whole floor is literally a tub here, an IKEA bag there, a bag that goes to the thrift there, returns that need processed. You know, I have like 3 or 4 returns from the past like 3 weeks that have not been processed. So literally this whole area is just trash. But it's because I have to do things in a certain order. Since we're leaving Sunday, oh no, we're not leaving Sunday. We're leaving Monday morning really early. I needed to give my virtual assistant time to get the listings done. So I have to stop what I really want to do, which is just clean and do a lot of other things. And I had to just get the photos taken of my son's stuff. So to me, I'm doing everything out of order. I normally have a very orderly system where I don't move to the next thing until the other thing's done, but that's just not how it's working out with this trip. But I'm so excited. I don't care. I'll live in chaos for another couple days. Then it'll be really nice. This is a Plains Western shirt. I used to pick these up. I'm struggling to get $12 or $15 even on this, even though they're nice. So what I do with my Western shirts now, if they're nice but not super colorful, like this one is pearl snap. It is long sleeved and it does have the metallic threads in it. So I would have thought that I could get at least $15 for this, but I'm struggling on the Plains Western wear to do that. So I have a guy who buys them straight out for about $6 to $7, even on these more plain ones. And then the really fancy, colorful ones, I either sell to him for $25 or I put them on eBay for like $60. And then by the time I pay the fees, I end up with, you know, $30 or $40. So I'm a little disappointed in this one. I have had this since April 13th, and maybe even a little bit longer, but at least on April 13th, I ended and sold similar, and I tried to make sure that my title was good. It's Plains Western Wear Shirt, men's large, brown, pearl snap, Western metallic blend. You know, I could have tried something else, but anyway, so I'm happy this sold. I took $7.11 plus shipping, so $13.08. It sold via promoted listings and with my coupon. So in the end, I'm probably fortunate if I'm even making $2 on this. So I will just sell them to the other guy now. And I have a gal that likes to put Western stuff in her store, and she might either be willing to wait a year for things to sell, or maybe she just has more of a knack than I do. I don't know why. This is going to Austin, Texas. I charged $6.75 and it's going to cost $4.20. This is just one of those items that I kept messing with because I thought I should be able to get 15 and just give up. I think the size is right. I think the color's cute. I'm kind of a little confused as to why it just never would get me more. But it's time to clearance it out. I would not pick this up again. I keep picking up the much more colorful ones, which in Wyoming are not impossible to find. I pick up the brush popper shirts. They're a little bit more like a canvas feel. They're a little bit heavier. And then my friend has that Western store and he's more than happy. He can get probably $25 on this shirt just because his entire store is Western. So, you know, why should I keep trying to figure it out? I just sell it to him. All right. This is another item of my son. So my son sold 3 out of the 6 things today at least are his. So I will be splitting this down the middle. That's why $467 sounds impressive for 6 items. The actual, you know, price of the items are $323.60, but my son is getting half of the big thing and then a couple of these things. So I'll be paying out about 100 and something of this. So anyway, this is still wrapped so you can't see it. This is a White Wings 15 paper airplanes history of jet fighters assembly kit. So the guy messaged me, and he only has 2 feedback, and that's fine. I never have had more trouble with new buyers than I do with old buyers. In fact, sometimes it's the people on eBay who have experience who are always trying to schmooze you. This guy, he's like, why is the shipping so much? And I mean, you know how an email sounds or a message through eBay sounds. He probably purposely wasn't rude, but in his offer, he made me an offer of, I want to say like $22. I had this at 30 plus shipping. He made an offer of 22, and his message said, you know, why is the shipping so high with a question mark? And so I messaged him back nice, and I said, you know, that is truly the actual cost of shipping to me. This can't go media rate because technically it's like a kit. It's a craft kit. You know, I could try to get away with it. It looks like a book, but I just don't do things like that. I would not try to get away with sending this media. So I went ahead and told him, you know, this can't go media rate, and, you know, shipping costs have just gone up. And so he went ahead and bought it, $25.50 plus shipping, so $38.96. It did sell with promoted, but no coupon. So, you know, as long as you're really, really nice, you'd be surprised if you explain to the customer, hey, I am not keeping money on this shipping, you know, at least not in a planned way. You know, it can make a huge difference. So 1 pound, 6 ounces. Okay, this is going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I charged $11.25, and it's going to cost $9.47. So by the time I pay my eBay fees on the shipping, which if you don't know, I'm sure almost everyone does, but if you're new to eBay, you are charged eBay fees on the shipping cost. So I am not making a single penny on the shipping. And so I told him the truth, you know. I'm going to Pittsburgh. Let's get this going. And I will split that with my son, so we'll each divvy up around, let's see, what was it, $25.50, and then there'll be some eBay fees in there. So we'll make about $10 a piece. My son tries to pay really, really low on this stuff. I think we were hoping we could get $30, $35 plus shipping, but $25.50 plus shipping for something he paid like $3 for is still really good. All right, this is a flying tomato dress. You can see this. Flying tomato women's large maxi dress, pink, short sleeve, v-neck, boho, and peasant is what I did as my title. And this is a repeat buyer, which is good. Maybe she's a reseller or she just likes flying tomato. I do pick it up as often as I can see it. So I've only had this listed since July 10th. And I did do a really good job of sending out my 30% off coupon this time. She did not happen to use it. I also sent off a newsletter, so maybe she just saw my newsletter of my new items that I had listed. And this, well, this would be July 10th. So maybe she just came to my store, came back again. I don't know, but I did try to promote my store a lot this week. And I'm going to do it next week too, on Sunday. Especially while I'm gone, that's something that I'll work on when I'm not the driver in the car. My dad's coming, my husband's coming, and so they'll both take their turns driving. So when I'm not driving, I'm going to sit and just send offers, do my Duolingo, which is my language app, and just, rest up, really. Just do stuff I want to do. So anyway, this is... let's see, I said no coupon, no promotion, $16.99 plus shipping, $25.47. It is a women's large and a flying tomato. So technically speaking, if I wanted to wait, I could have probably gotten 25 or 30, but summer is slowly coming to an end. It was really cold this morning, guys. Like right now in Wyoming, it is 11 o'clock at night. It's 57 degrees, but when I woke up, I even wore a jacket to work in the middle of August, which is very strange. So, I could hold on to this, but I got $17 for a bins pickup, so I'm happy with that. $17 plus shipping. This is going to Garden Grove, California, which makes me happy because that means that I might make $1 on the shipping after all the eBay fees. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. California is ordering a lot today. All right, so 12 ounces, and so it's going to cost $4.88, and I charged $6.99. So the plan for tomorrow is to go ahead and get to work as early as I possibly can. Clock in at 6. Get my work hours over with, and then I have a meeting at 4:30. It's a nurses meeting I got to be at. And then in between the time I clock out, I'll run back up the hill. I only live a mile away from the place I work. I'll come up the hill, do about an hour and a half of photography, and I continue to send the photos to my virtual assistant. Or I guess if he has enough done, I might start launching things and putting them away rather than do more photography during that little window. And then when I get back that night, hopefully I can sleep good tonight and I'm not tired. If I'm tired, I'll take another nap because I have what I have. I actually have 17 days off, not by design. It's just that she told me I could cram my 40 hours in the first part of the week. So as of tomorrow, I'm done, like I said, with my 40 hours. So I'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then 14 more days. So that's 17 days off in a row. Not with pay, like I said, though, so that's why I'm working. All right, one more. This is a great sale, guys. So anyway, the plan is to get just a ton done on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, this is a good sale. I showed this in one of my haul videos. This brand, you do want to know. Let me guarantee it. Lazy Oaf. So if you ever see Lazy Oaf in a sweater, this one I could not find on eBay or Terapeak. On Lazy Oaf, I would always go to Terapeak. It's free on eBay. It's under the research tab. So if you don't know how to get there, when you're in your seller hub, you go to the research tab, and Terapeak is free. And on something like this, I did not find this by just doing an eBay sold search. So I went to Terapeak and I still didn't find it. So I did my best on pricing. I didn't see too many of these sweaters selling over $100. So I went ahead and put mine at $110 to start out with. And I had it, let's see how long I've had this item. This item on the back says, let me see here. In big letters, it says bored already. So it's really cute. It's like a sweater, and then it has in embroidered red letters, I am bored already. I listed this on August 6th, so 3 days ago. And what else was I going to look up? Can't remember. Anyway, August 6th, no promotions of any kind, which is nice because I did have a coupon floating out there they could have used. So I took $80 plus shipping, so $99.17. I'm just checking this person's feedback. I'm not worried, but you know, if you go to their feedback and they're like, you know, I just never receive anything, lost again, what's wrong with eBay? Then I definitely put signature confirmation on stuff like that. This one is like a $99 purchase all in, so I am going to throw up some signature confirmation on this just because. This is going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I just think that if there is going to be fraud, the signature confirmation doesn't necessarily help you prove that they got it, but it just, to them, I think they know that you know, I guess is what I do. So on this item and the next item, we are definitely putting signature confirmation. So going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I think I said that already. Okay. 2 pounds and 2 ounces. It feels really good to get my work caught up. When I'm at work at the nursing home, if my work here feels kind of caught up, I love it there. If I feel behind at both places, then it's no fun. So let's see, priority mail, which I do want the $100 in insurance, so I'm definitely going priority. I charged $14 because I knew it would be an expensive item and I'd want to throw some either extra insurance or signature confirmation on here. So the priority mail includes the coverage, so I don't need insurance because it's under $100, and I'm going to throw up the signature confirmation. Sorry, sorry guys. Whew. My office is really dusty and messy, I think, and I have a lot of bins clothing right here, so I might have to sneeze. Sorry, I think I'm okay for a sec. Anyway, $12.99 total because I added signature confirmation. And this is going out Thursday. So, cool. So this is all mine. I don't have to share this one with my son. You know, I cannot remember now if I pulled this out of the bins or if I paid for it with my consignment money. It's just a blank. I don't remember finding this at the consignment store, so I believe that I just pulled this right out of the bins, but don't quote me. I'm hoping to do my videos closer to the time that I'm shopping so that I have a memory to actually give you the actual truth about where I'm finding things. This time I had this washed and ready to go in my bins over there for maybe up to even a month, and I just don't remember. All right, now I'm going to try to tip my camera here for a minute so you can see, because I'm not going to try to lift this. So this big box right there that has eBay tape all over it, that is an Otis Spunkmeyer oven. So if you don't know what those are, I pack it up ahead, because if I had been at work and my husband had to ship that, I wasn't going to try to teach him, everything about the business. He's more than happy to help and do all these tasks for me, but I'm not going to try to teach him or make him, pack out an oven that he just has no desire to do. Now, my husband's the kind of guy who would do it if I asked him, but that's just, I don't want to make him hate the business, right? So these Otis Spunkmeyer ovens, Otis, just like it sounds, O-T-I-S, and then Spunkmeyer with a K. These cookie ovens are used at hotels. So go to eBay, type in Otis Spunkmeyer. This is the model OS-1, and it's considered a convection and a cookie oven. I pick these up whenever I find them. My son found this one, but this is our fourth one in my reselling career. I think I've only known about these for 8 years or something like that. And I started finding them all the time. Like the minute they were on my radar, they're just there. You just walk into these thrifts. Nobody wants them. They're like this big cookie convection oven. And so what I do is I do put some work into selling these. I don't clean them, so we don't pick them up if they're dirty. But if they're almost always clean, because people only make cookies and muffins in them. It's not like you ever see pizza crumbs in them. I don't know why, because you could put a pizza in there, but I never do. So anyway, they're always, almost always very clean. This one came with 3 cookie trays, and the cookie trays only fit in this oven. They're like a different size. So if you have the cookie trays, that's a plus. So this one had 3 of those, and I made a video. So during the video, you can hear the convection running. So I always I plug it in and make sure it works first before I start making a video. Then I take my phone, and I am sitting right there on my phone. I plug the item in, and they can hear the oven start. And then they can kind of see my phone fog up too, because it has kind of a heat that makes a little bit of steam on it. And so they can kind of see the steam, especially on the front cookie door. And so that's all I ever have to do. And people love them, and they're more than happy to pay the shipping on this. So they did not use a coupon. I don't think I had one available on this big of an item anyway. They did not. I did not promote this because I knew it would sell. So I had this since July 12th. So it took less than a month to get the price we wanted. And it sold for $180 plus shipping, so $264.65. And this guy does only have one feedback. When I was new, that would have really freaked me out. I would have expected a return. I'm not even sure I put that you can return this. Let me see what I had on my thing. Yeah, I do not accept returns, and in my description, I put scratches to the top of the oven, see the video and the up-close photos, tested, heats up, the door shuts, and glass is in good condition. We will double box and ship with signature confirmation and insurance. See the video of the oven being tested. We cannot accept returns on the unit. We have tested this to the best of our ability as shown in the video. So on electronics, I do not promise, hey, I'm all of a sudden a turntable expert, or I am a VCR expert. So we only sell electronics, unless it's like maybe a radio. I guess I could prove that it works on a video. If it's a $100 radio, I guess I would accept returns on that. But on anything other than a hair dryer or a curling iron, we do not accept returns on our electronics. This thing might have some other features that they want, and you know, I haven't tested those. So I always put no returns, and I haven't had an issue. Especially with the video, most people are a little bit afraid to claim, oh, now it doesn't work. And then with the insurance and the signature confirmation, you really can't go wrong as far as them saying it's damaged. If it really was damaged, I have insurance on it. So we're good. This is going about as far away as it can go. It always seems like on these big things that's how it goes. This is DeLand, Florida. And let's see, I have UPS ground, so I charged $68.50. UPS ground is $57.51, and I have 31 pounds. I put 32. I'm going to keep it there just in case my scale is off. And then I have my dimensions already on my box in case this was my husband. I put them into eBay, but once in a while eBay will delete the dimensions that you had. So please write them on the box. I put 22, 16, and 27. So this is, you know, pretty big box. Let's look at UPS ground has $100 in insurance, and USPS ground advantage actually costs more on this item, a lot more, which is shocking. So I'm going to stick with UPS ground, and I'm going to add insurance and signature. So it's going to cost me about $5.55 for signature and $3.55 or 45 cents for $180 more on insurance. Now, I wish I could get the Ship Shaver insurance because I do not like UPS insurance. I will never get a successful claim on UPS. You just never do. I've never heard of anyone getting one. So I hate to even pay for more, but you know, for this much money, I guess I technically would hound UPS more. I would call their customer service. I would put it on Twitter. I would get my refund, I guess, if I really had to. But usually there's a drop-down box, I thought, that gave you Ship Saver insurance. But anywho, that's not the case right now. I'm not seeing that as a choice. So this is all together going to cost $66.51, and I charged $68.50 in the shipping. And so my husband will have to go to UPS with this. All right, guys, let me double check if a new order came in, but I don't believe so. I'm going to double check as soon as I print this. Let me go see here. So I think that's it for today. I already just paid my son today for all of his sales for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I wrote him a check for, I want to say it was like $350. So that means that I made $350 off of stuff he bought and paid for. So that's not bad because we split that one down the middle. And then my consignment customer, I only take 30% of her stuff because she has like $200 items, $400 items. So I take less of it because, you know, I don't need near as much, you know, off of that to make it worth my time. So I need to write her a check. I owe her, I think, $600 this week because she sold this big boat model thing. And so I think her check's going to be close to $600. So that's what I'm going to do on Friday, Saturday after all of these photos are done. I'm going to let you guys go. I am going to try to get a couple hauls done before I leave on Sunday. Unfortunately, I have to make that my last priority because I have to have listings up so that I'm even going to remain a full-time reseller. Obviously, you can't be a full-time reseller if you're always making videos and not doing your listing. So right now, I am still, well, I guess I'm up 0.8% over the last 31 days. But I'm used to selling, for the most part, $10,000 every 31 days, and I am not there right now. I'm at $8,011.74. Now, today I sold $482.45 total because some of the things that I must have shipped, like, I don't know, after midnight. I don't know. I'm showing a different number. I'm showing $467.06. This is showing $482.45. I don't know why. But I'm only at $1,850 for the last 7 days, which sounds great. But well, not 1,000. Yeah, about 1,000 almost of the $8,000 is that toy boat I sold for my consignment customer that I have to pay her for. So for my own stuff and really where I'm at, I probably would say I have about $6,000 in sales of my own stuff, about another $1,500 of my son's stuff, something like that. And then, let's see, what is that? That's $7,500. It'd be less than that. It'd be like maybe $1,200 of my son's stuff has sold, and then her stuff is right at about $1,000 with the jewelry that she sold and everything else. So my goal is to get 10 for myself, and then I'll add them on if they have stuff to give me, because I want a net profit of $4,000 a month after all the fees, after I buy all the new stuff. So I'm a little disappointed in my sales still. My 90-day total is still at $24,000, not 30. So I'm not doing 10 a month the last few months, that's for sure. I've been doing a lot of other stuff. So I've got to really work on getting that back up. But this last week and a half, it's really, really picked up, even aside from the boat that I sold for her. So that's kind of an update, guys, of where I'm at. And I will try to catch you in the next couple days with a couple haul videos. Thanks for tuning in. If you don't mind liking the video and subscribe if you haven't. I will be having more consistent content as soon as my nursing job is 3 days a week and I have my schedule a month ahead. So it'll be coming soon, guys. Thanks for being patient. Take care and talk to you later. Bye-bye.